But first, we're inching ever closer to wrapping up 2021, the time where everyone gets to closing up loose ends for the year and planning for next year. And when it comes to the Fed, that is no different either. President Biden, of course, renominating Fed Chair Jerome Powell to his post, but there are a lot of openings still to address, including the all-important Vice Chair for Supervision. And for more on those openings, want to get to Yahoo Finance's Fed reporter Brian Cheung, who has the latest on that for us. Brian.
You know, Zach, when the Biden administration announced that Jay Powell would be getting a second term at the head of the nation's central bank, he had promised that we were going to get possible Fed governor nominations for the other three vacancies in early December. But apparently that was a lie, because now it's December 27th and we still have no nominations from the White House. So if they do want to stick to at least a December timeline, hopefully we'll get those nominations relatively soon, maybe even this week. But some of the rumored names that we've heard for those three remaining vacancies at the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, you see names like Lisa Cook from Michigan State, Bill Spriggs from the AFL-CIO, Seth Carpenter, Roger Ferguson in the mix. But there are a number of other names that could be considered as well when you take a look, for example, at Raphael Bostic, the current head of the Atlanta Fed, in addition to Richard Cordray, who interestingly emerged as a possible candidate for that vice chairman of supervision role that you were speaking about. There was a report from Bloomberg from a few weeks ago that he might be considered for that top role, which would make him the top regulatory czar over all banking regulatory matters. Keep in mind, it's not just interest rates, but it's also banking regulatory policy that the Federal Reserve has a lot of purview over. Again, it's unclear if the White House has spoken with any of these candidates quite yet. All we know is that the Biden administration had hoped to close up the loop in terms of who these nominations will be relatively soon. For what it's worth, Jen Psaki, the White House press secretary, had said last Thursday that she doesn't have any update on the timing of any sort of announcement, just merely saying that the White House and the president are focused on it. So whether or not it happens this week or bleeds into the beginning of next year remains an open question. But keep in mind that regulatory position for the vice chair of supervision, it's been vacant since October of this year. So it seems like the Federal Reserve has been operating for quite some time without people in those important roles. We'll see if the Federal Reserve has any update from the White House in the weeks to come, Zach.
Yeah, you wonder how much of the delay ties back to just how much drama there was around just renominating Jerome Powell and how much progressives pushed for that too. I wonder how much of his mind space was consumed on all of that. But Brian Cheung bringing us the latest on FedWatch. Appreciate that.